start working when I turned 23. Same day that the bank called saying they were done with me. Staring at my reflection in a pawn shop window glass, wondering how the golden boy could fall apart so fast. Yeah, chrome ain't gold, but it still can't shine. To my childhood room at 25 years old. Mama never said a word, just helped me fold my clothes. Working double shifts to pay for dreams I used to own. Learning that the hardest path can lead you closest home. Copper turns to green, but silver stays true. Silver lining in the story that I write. Silver medal still means I won the fight. All that glitters fades, but silver holds its shine. Found my worth in losing everything that wasn't mine.
Crystal chandelier hanging in your mother's dining room. Same place where you told me I would never be enough. I can see right through the walls you build around your heart. Transparent as the tears I cried before I got smart. Light bends different when it hits the truth. Glass house, glass heart, glass excuses for the way you shattered every promise that you made. I can see through all the lies you thought would save you, but clarity's the gift you gave me. Glass, glass, everything's so clear now that you're not here anymore. Coffee shop reflection in the window shows
stacked against a kitchen wall. First apartment since you left me last fall. Neighbors playing music through the ceiling every night, but the quiet in my head feels louder than their fight. Four white walls and nothing else to lose. Empty room, but I'm not empty anymore. Found myself on this hardwood floor. All the space you used to fill with your demands, now I'm learning how to use my own two hands. Empty room, empty room, but I'm not disappearing. What you left behind was just an empty room. Groceries for one feel strange at checkout time. Used to hate deciding, but now every choice is mine. Building furniture from boxes, reading every single line, taking time to get it right instead of rushing by design. Silence where your voice used to complain. Empty room, but I'm not empty anymore. Found myself on this hardwood floor. All the space you used to fill with your demands, now I'm learning how to use my own two hands. Empty room, but I'm not disappearing. What you left behind was just an empty room. Sunday morning sunlight streaming through the blinds. First time in forever that I'm sleeping through the night. Plants are growing on the windowsill I bought myself last week. Starting to remember who I was before we'd meet. Empty room, but I'm not empty anymore. Built a life on this hardwood floor. All the space you used to fill with your control now belongs to me, and every dream I chose to hold. Empty room, but I'm finally appearing. What you left behind was just an empty room. She's out there living while I'm stuck here, thinking twice about every word I never said when we were sharing the same bed. Now I'm burning bridges that I built inside my head. Ice in my veins, but my heart won't quit. Cold fire running through my system now, freezing hot emotions that I can't slow down. What used to hurt me turned into my fuel somehow. Cold fire burning, but I'm numb. Learning how to feel alive when feeling's done. Cold fire in my chest where love used to come. Studio sessions till the sun comes up again, making music from the wreckage of what we could have been. Every beat drops like the tears I never let fall, building something from the nothing that you left me after all. Frost on the glass, but the heat won't die. Cold fire running through my system now, freezing hot emotions that I can't slow down. What used to hurt me turned into my fuel somehow. Cold fire burning, but I'm numb. Learning how to feel alive when feeling's done. Cold fire in my chest. I feel so cool, playing by my own rules in this empty room. What they said would break me down, build me up instead. Cold fire running through my bloodstream now, turn my pain into the dopest sound. What used to break me down just lifts me up somehow. Cold fire, cold fire, stronger than before. Learning how to win the game that love was keeping score. Cold fire in my soul
Found your old sweater in the backseat of my car, sleeves stretched and faded from the places that we are. Every thread unraveling feels like something I should mend, but I'm learning how to let go of the wars I cannot win. Sunlight through the blinds shows the dust we never see. Everything feels like it could break today. One harsh word could send me far away, but I keep breathing through the in-between of falling down and getting up again. Walking through the minefield of my heart, careful not to tear the whole thing apart. What feels fragile as paper. Doctor's waiting room, they're calling someone else's name. I've been holding my breath for months, thinking I'm to blame. Used to think that healing meant erasing all the hurt. Now I know that growing means I'm learning what I'm worth. Silence in the space where your voice used to be. Everything feels like it could break today. One harsh word could send me far away, but I keep breathing through the in-between of falling down and getting up again. Walking through the minefield of my heart, careful not to tear the whole thing apart. What feels fragile as paper. 4 a.m. and sleep won't come easy, but insomnia doesn't mean I'm failing. Sometimes the most delicate hearts survive when stronger ones stop trying. Everything feels like it could break today. One harsh word could send me far away, but I keep breathing through the in-between of falling down and getting up again. Walking through the minefield of my heart, learning how to love the broken parts. What feels fragile as paper.
Gravel road that leads to nowhere,
Truck's been running rough, Grandpa's farm ain't worth much, but it taught me to be tough. Carry all his stories in the toolbox on my seat. Every mile I drive away, I feel him next to me. Weight upon my shoulders, but I'm standing straight and tall. Heavy is the load I chose to bear. Heavy are the dreams I'm hauling there. All the weight they said would pull me down just taught me how to plant my feet on solid ground. Heavy, heavy, but I'm moving still. What feels like burden is just strength of will. Mama called me crying about the bill she couldn't pay. Sent her half my paycheck and I prayed it'd be okay. Working 3 jobs just to keep the lights on at her place. But I see my father's backbone every time I see her face. The load gets bigger but my heart grows strong. Heavy is the load I chose to bear. Heavy are the dreams I'm hauling there. All the weight they said would pull me down just taught me how to plant my feet on solid ground. Heavy, heavy, but I'm moving still. What feels like burden, it's just strength of will. In a church I built myself from the timber of my troubles and the nails of mental health. Every board reminds me why I carry what I do. Some weight's worth holding when it's holding up what's true. Heavy is the love I chose to give. Heavy is the way I chose to live. All the weight they said would break me down built the strongest man in this small town. Heavy, heavy, and I'm proud to feel what they called my weakness is what makes me real. He used to walk like I owed the ground an answer. Whispers in my head, wore suits like dancers. Tried to love with my hands half open, but they shook too hard to hold. Every mirror showed a stranger, built from doubts and borrowed anger. I let him write my name in smoke, and I watched it fade alone. But a storm never asks if you're ready, and healing don't care if you're steady. I bled through the seams of my silence till I found my rhythm in defiance. Now I wear my scar like velvet, not ashamed. I damn near shelved it. It's a thread in the jacket I made from all the nights I nearly gave. Now I sing with a voice that's mine. that burn like slow confessions, built a house inside their questions. I stayed too long just to feel wanted, till I wanted more than pain. Used to fold when the room got louder, but now I bloom like concrete flowers. You can't cage someone who's seen the sky through window panes. And the truth ain't always kind, but it taught me where to draw the line. I broke down, but I broke free. Now I love like I believe in me. Now I wear my scar like velvet, not ashamed. I damn near shelved it. It's a thread in the jacket I made from all the nights I nearly gave. Now I sing with the voice that's mine, with the laugh that don't ask for time. Every tear's a jewel in the dark. Yeah, I don't hide. I wear my scar, let the world try to measure me with rulers made of memory. I ain't who I was, I'm the proof I've grown. Got a spine of gold and a voice like home. So I wear my scar like velvet. Don't regret it, I just held it till it wrapped around my frame like a badge, not a chain. Now I walk with my head up high, kiss the sun when it hits my side. Every flaw is a piece of art. Yeah, I don't hide. I wear my scar. I don't run from who I've been, 'cause every wound let the light in. Now I live, I love, I thrive with my scar.
Pink champagne at your mother's wedding, second time around. I'm wearing vintage Dior she found at Goodwill downtown. You whisper something in my ear about forever and always, but I can hear the countdown and all the things you say. Clock hands moving like they know something that we don't. We're living like we'll never fade. Midnight conversations crossing every line. The universe is laughing at our plans. We're writing checks our future can't cash. Nothing less, dancing like the world is never gonna end tonight. Your apartment smells like coffee grounds and yesterday's perfume. Making breakfast out of takeout containers, playing house till noon. Instagram stories of our weekend getaway to nowhere special, but the way you look at me feels temporary, almost federal. Sunset bleeding through the blinds, warning us what's coming next. We're living on borrowed time. should tell you that I've got a job in Portland. Maybe you should mention that your ex called yesterday morning. All these little secrets building up between us. We keep pretending that we're infinite, but we're not, are we? We're living like we'll never fade. Midnight conversations crossing every line. The universe is laughing at our plans. We're writing checks our future can't cash. Nothing lasts, nothing lasts. Dancing like the world is never gonna end. But it will, but it will. We know it will.
City lights reflecting off your skin at 3 a.m. You said you never seen me like this, wild and free again. Used to be afraid of all the chaos in my mind. Now I let it fuel the fire, leave the old me behind. Feel the thunder in my chest, but I'm moving calm and slow. There's a silent storm inside me now, tearing down the walls without a sound. All the demons that were holding me down can't survive what I've become. Silent storm, silent storm, rising up from what was torn. Everything they said would break me made me stronger than before. Penthouse view, but I remember sleeping on the floor. Every scar became a lesson that I needed to explore. You can try to dim my light, but I learned how to glow. In the darkness of my past, that's where flowers chose to grow. Feel the lightning in my veins, but my heart beats steady strong. There's a silent storm inside me now, tearing down the walls without a sound. All the demons that were holding me down can't survive what I've become. Silent storm, silent storm, rising up from what was torn. Everything they said would break me made me stronger than before. Midnight drives through empty streets, windows down, I can feel the power rising from the ground. All the nights I thought I'd never make it through, built the foundation for this breakthrough. There's a silent storm inside me now, tearing down the walls without a sound. All the demons that were holding me down
rings at 2 a.m. I know it's you again. Blocked your number 7 times, but somehow you get in. Used to run to answer when you'd whisper my name. Now I let it echo through my room like distant rain. Silence speaks louder than the words you never meant. Call me when you're drowning, call me when you're high, call me when you need someone to blame for your goodbyes. But I won't be the lifeline that you're reaching for. Found my peace in letting your voice hit the floor. Call me if you want. I'm not picking up anymore. Grocery store at Sunset, see your mom in aisle 3. She asks why I don't come around. I smile and disagree with everything I used to think about who I should be, when your opinion was the only one that mattered to me. Freedom tastes sweeter when you stop asking permission. Call me when you're drowning, call me when you're high, call me when you need someone to blame for your goodbyes. But I won't be the lifeline that you're reaching for. Found my peace in letting your voice hit the floor. Call me if you are. Used to think that love meant always being there. Now I know that love means knowing when to disappear into the version of myself I never got to meet, when I was busy being who you needed me to be. Call me when you're drowning, call me when you're fine, call me when you realize I'm no longer mine to give away like candy to ever ask for more. I found my worth in silence behind my bedroom door. Call me if you need it. I'm not listening anymore.
Wedding reception in a gymnasium, cheap champagne and disco lights. Your cousin's band is playing covers from a different time.
I watch you move across the floor like you own every beat. And suddenly I realize this might be our last dance.
Or kisser of endings,
Playing our goodbye.
last dance doesn't mean it's over, just means we're closing this chapter tonight.
All the music that we made together lives on even when we
Turn off the lights. Last dance, but the rhythm stays alive in the memory of who we were before we learned to survive.
packing boxes in September. Found your dress beneath the bed. Same one from that winter formal when we thought we'd never end.
Now I fold it like a letter that I'll never have to send, understanding that some stories find their peace in letting go.
but stages hold the echoes of the show.
Last dance doesn't mean it's over, just means we're closing this chapter tonight. All the music that we made together lives on even when we turn off the lights. Last dance, but the rhythm stays alive in the memory of who we were before we learned to survive.
2 years later at a coffee shop, I hear our song play,
And for a moment I'm back there in that gymnasium sway.
but the ache has turned to gratitude for what we used to be. Some dances end so others can begin.
Last dance taught me how to let go, showed me how to love and say goodnight. All the music that we made together gave me strength to step into the light. Last dance, and the rhythm's still alive in the person that I am now,
Learning how to truly thrive. Jessica moved out last Tuesday, took the coffee maker too. Left me standing in the kitchen, wondering what I'm supposed to do with all this space and all this quiet that I never noticed before. When her constant conversations used to echo off these walls. Found her playlist on my phone, still titled songs that make me cry. Funny how she never played them when I asked her what was wrong. Now I'm listening to Joni Mitchell while I reorganize the closet, learning that the silence has its own kind of song. 3 weeks in and I'm not reaching for my phone. This quiet is teaching me to listen to the sound of my own breathing. This stillness is showing me the difference between lonely and just being with myself for the first time in longer than I can remember. When the world stops talking at you, you can hear what really matters. Used to think that love meant filling every moment with our voices. Now I'm sitting on the porch, just watching how the evening moves. Mrs. Chen next door is tending to her garden like a prayer, while her husband reads the paper in their comfortable silence. Maybe I confuse connection with the constant need for sound. Maybe intimacy isn't always found in words. Sometimes it's in the way you both can watch the same sunset without feeling like you need to explain what you observe. Learning how to be alone without feeling lost. This quiet is teaching me to listen to the voice I'd forgotten. This stillness is showing me the beauty in the thoughts that I've been hiding from myself for too long now. I was drowning in the noise when the world stops demanding answers. You remember you have choices. Called my sister down in Austin, hadn't talked to her in months. She said, you sound different, like you're thinking before you speak. Maybe that's what happens when you give your words some weight instead of using them to fill the empty spaces in between. This quiet has become my teacher, and the lessons crystal clear. This stillness is my new religion, and I'm finally drawn near to the person I was always underneath the need to please. Now that no one's talking at me, I can hear my own heartbeat. Jessica moved out last Tuesday, but I think I'm gonna stay right here in this peaceful silence that she couldn't stand anyway.
Sitting more class, the row from the back. You're solving equations while I'm losing track of everything except the way you twist your pen between your fingers when you're thinking again. Maya thinks I'm crazy, says I should just text you, but there's something magic in the way this feels new, like we're speaking in a language only we understand, through stolen glances and the notes you leave on my hand. Every smile's a secret message, every laugh's a coded sign. Are you sending me a signal? 'Cause I'm reading every line, in the way you say my name, in the way you waste your time, walking past my locker slowly, looking back to catch my eye. Are you sending me a signal? 'Cause I'm ready to reply. Friday night football, you're playing guitar with the halftime band under stadium stars. I'm in the bleachers pretending to care about the game when all I see is you there. Your friends keep pushing you to talk to that girl from senior class with the perfect blonde curl, but when the music stops and the crowd goes wild, you're looking up at me and I'm just a child. Every song feels like a message, every note's a bridge to me. Are you sending me a signal? 'Cause I'm reading every line, in the way you play that song, like you're trying to make me mine. When you dedicate the last one to someone in the crowd tonight, are you sending me a signal? 'Cause my heart's about to fly. I'm just 17 and dreaming. Maybe this is all inside my head, but when you walked me to my car last evening and almost kissed me by the garden bed, I felt the universe align. For just a moment you were mine. You were sending me a signal, and I read between the lines, in the way you said my name, like a prayer, like a rhyme. When you whisper, see you Monday, with your hand against my face, you were sending me a signal. And I'm never leaving this place. String of class.